Hello and welcome to another mech build video, and today we're going to take a look at the Gauss kitty. This is the Catapult K2. It is interesting as the only catapult with ballistic hardpoints, and we're going to make use of them here. As we can see, I have my beautiful Sherman camo on it. For some reason, I just like the Sherman one on this mech. Makes me feel like I'm driving a tank. But let's take a look at the build here. Into the mech lab. And we can see we have an XL250, which actually could change to a 255, but I don't have a spare one. You get a tiny bit more speed out of it, but I don't want to spend 4 million C-bills, so a 250 it is. And we have two Gauss rifles. That is the main build here. Two great big high-powered rifles with a pair of medium lasers to back it up. As we see, if we go back to our home here, those Gauss rifles are actually very high mounted compared to the mech. So our cockpit is right here. They are in line, if not just slightly above the cockpit, meaning that if you can see the opponent and you can put your crosshairs on them, you can shoot them. So we have an XL250, two Gauss rifles in the side torsos. We have, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 tons of ammo for 65 Gauss rifle shots, and two medium lasers for just that little bit of backup firepower. You know, if a light gets close, you want to have that little bit of a tickling power in case they're crit, and you don't want to waste a Gauss rifle slug on them. We've stripped the arms down to 0, as there's nothing useful in the arms, so why not just get rid of them and save the tonnage. And we've taken the legs down by 3 points on each, just so we round off to the nearest half ton in order to use it on our weaponry here. For modules, on this mech we have seismic sensor and radar deprivation as the standard set of modules you want to take, as well as Gauss rifle cooldown. You don't really need the range for Gauss rifles, as they already have pretty good range, in medium laser range booster, because lasers always need that extra bit of range in order to be able to reach out a bit further and be a bit more effective. Since our build is actually ridiculously cold, our heat management is 1.8. We don't need to take any cool shots, but instead we can take a UAV if we want to put up something so we can pre-aim. So like say we put up a UAV, we can see a person around a corner, we can pre-charge and pre-aim our Gauss rifles, that way the instant we step out, we can fire them off and hit the opponent. Also, airstrikes, so that we can put that little bit of extra damage down in case we need to, and we can also use it as sort of cover for when we want to take a sniper shot, and maybe we need to stand out there and aim for a few seconds. You put down the airstrike, you count out the 5 seconds until it drops, or 4-second delay as the indicator mentions here, although I count a little bit faster most likely than 4 real seconds. Then you step out, and while the airstrike is happening and they're having that cockpit shake, you can take your shot. But yeah, let's see how the Catapult K2, the Gauss kitty, performs in a match. And for our example match of this build video, we are on Crimson Strait. You're defending an escort. Hello, Atlas VIP. Do your thing. Don't walk into enemy fire. But yes, you may ask yourself, why do I have my Gauss rifles on 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in my weapon groups at the bottom right? Well, that is so, as you see in the very center, if I charge up my Gauss rifles, everything's green, and you can more easily tell that it's time to fire. I just like that little bit. It's just a little trick to make it a little bit easier to signal of when to shoot and when to not. And yeah. We're just going to move forward here. We're going to see where our Atlas goes. Looks like he's going this way. You got the enemy lights and mediums swarming the saddle there, probably taking the ECM towers. And
target acquired.
Yes. See what way they do for now. But for now, we need to wait and see where this guy goes. If he goes this way, that's one thing. If he goes this way, that's a whole nother bag of worms, because a whole other can of worms. Because if he walks right into the opponent, it's painful. It'd be really nice to see where he is going. It's best not to commit, like these guys are pushing down the right flank here, until you see where the opponent is going. No, not the opponent, the escort. as he is our main objective. There's no point in walking away from him. Yeah, it looks like he is.
Affirmative.
Let us move to the saddle then, as we need to be able to protect him. We'll take up Overwatch on the saddle, and when the fight does happen, we're going to push over a bit. I mean, the team needs to push over the saddle, but we are not going to go like crazy. We're just going to stay right at those edge there, and we're going to put in another good hit into that Marauder 2C. Thought I could peg the Phoenix Hawk's leg there, but unfortunately was not able to get the hit in.
Airstrike online.
But we can, if we want to, airstrike that edge there, and hopefully we'll hit somebody on the other side. Yes! I got a hit on somebody.
New target acquired.
All that extra damage just adds up and then eventually counts for something. Well, we're waiting for that peak. We're waiting for the opponents to peak. And we're just waiting for our VIP to go over. Oh, he landed on the thing there. Allowed us to put a nice hit into the CT. That rock is CT crit.
Target spotted.
We're going to try to maybe sneak up here and put up our UAV before the push happens so we can get a
UAV activated.
a little bit of a lockup.
New target acquired.
See who's coming. Okay, escort is going to go over the saddle. We need to push with them. So this is, it's going to happen. We're going to have to do it. We're going to go. We are not going to push in all the way because we are a sniper. We are going to sit right here and just do our damage. Flip this into heat for a second. Where are these guys?
The VIP mech is under attack.
Is this guy poking around the right side?
Halfway there.
We're just going to keep on pushing. There's a Black Widow on the side. We'll put a CT shot into him. He's just staring at us. Oh, and the Nova gets that kill. We're going to go for that Jaeger mech next. We're going to move along so we get the stamp on here on the platform. And we'll start to peek out. Take shot at that Jaeger. Ah, oh, went into the terrain in front of him. That's very unfortunate. There's that rock in the distance. Ah, oh, I wish that would have ended him, but it didn't. We got unlucky there. But we did end the Jaeger mech. Excellent. Oh, but artillery coming in. Ow. Oh well. The damage seemed to go to my arms, and I don't care about those, as they are just useless to me. And we seem to be doing alright there. Whoever that guy was, he died before I could finish the shot. We'll take a hit into this Timber Wolf, and yeah. There's a, looks like a cheetah there. Tried to stand still. I tried to peg him, but I don't think I did. Okay, good. The Escort Atlas has moved through, but it looks like the opponents were not able to keep up with our push as we went over, and we did some good damage. Thankfully, people weren't paying attention to me. Oh, and this Battlemaster shut down. I was going to try to go for a headshot or something there, but unfortunately it didn't work. I'll try to go through his side torso, as I expect him to be an XL, and looks like he did, or he went down to a back torso shot. One left, and it is a Spider 5D down low. We'll take a nice little drop shot here. Oh! I wanted that to kill him. But that certainly did, as we end the game with that final Gauss round. Ooh.
Good job, man.
Well, that was an interesting match to show off the Gauss kitty. You kind of have to play with your group. You have to stay back a little bit from the fight, so while everyone else pushed over, it was good that they pushed over, but I just don't have that really high-level DPS. I can't push with them, but I can stay back and try to do some well-aimed shots. We can see we only did 552 damage. I say only because a lot of other times you can get a lot higher numbers than that, but hopefully that damage was effective damage going through a side torso or a center torso. We got 234,000 C-bills and almost 2,000 experience. Yeah. So I think that's a good match to show off the Gauss kitty here. But yeah, you have to get into those situations where you can use your range to advantage. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it on that map, but if you had a map such as Grim Plexus, Polar Highlands, stuff like that, you can sit back and really shoot from a distance and try to take those aim shots. Pick an opponent and try to put them down. We were able to put the Phoenix Hawk, the Rock, down to CT crit and caused him to hide for the entirety of that fight because he was so low health because of a really good center torso hit while he was pop-tarting. But yeah, that'll be it for the Gauss kitty. Hopefully you can give it a try if you have a K2. I thoroughly enjoy this build. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.